Hi guys, I'm Dan from Ausgel.
And I'm Red from the Barracks.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelly from Femme Fatale Airsoft, based in the UK.
And today we're going to be doing an interview with Kelly.
Looking forward to it.
So, Kelly, thank you very much for joining us. We really appreciate you doing this for our community. Now,
Thank you for
how
having
do you
me.
say it? Is it Femme Fatale?
Femme Fatale, yeah.
Femme Fatale, awesome. Tell us a bit about yourself.
So I live in a small town near Derby in the UK. I'm 28. I've got a house rabbit and a new puppy, long-haired Chihuahua. Not my first choice of dog, but it is what it is. We fell in love with him, and that's that. And I've been airsofting now for 6 years. So,
Wow.
Would you like to hear the story? Would you like me to regale you with my tale?
Go for it.
Yeah, so my very first game was in 2011. One of my best friends, Natasha, she decided her boyfriend played airsoft and she wanted to play airsoft for her birthday. And I was like, yeah. She was like, it sounds like it's like Call of Duty, but in real life. So I was like, well, okay, yeah, let's do it. And honestly, it was the worst day ever. It was horrid. We got up really early, went to this tiny woodland site. It was raining all day, which isn't uncommon in the UK, but it was particularly bad that day. And it was pretty, I was wearing this kit that was too big for me. I wasn't wearing face pro, so I got shot in the face. Apparently BBs don't shatter teeth. They do. So if you're ever in that position, wear the face pro. And after that, I was like, it's not for me, so I'm not going to do it again, but at least I've tried it. Try everything once, try it again, if you're not sure. But in 2014, my boyfriend at the time wanted to go for his birthday. And I was like super sassy. I'm not going unless you buy me this G&G gun. It was bright pink, the Femme Fatale 26. And I didn't think he was going to buy it. So I was like, yes, did it, girl, nice work. And then it turned up at the house 2 weeks later. So I had to go. But that wasn't really a problem. I wore more appropriate clothing. I wore or like NTP gear, or was it DPM? May have been DPM. It was one of our country's camos. And it was a much warmer day, so the weather wasn't terrible. We were playing with a bunch of friends, so it was great. I had face pro on, so my face got shot. That didn't happen. And I thought, if it's like this, I should probably try it again. And then eventually that same site opened up, a CQB site, like just down the road. And when we went to that site, I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Like the adrenaline rush you get from going through doorways and not knowing what's through them, and it's dry, it's not too cold. I was like, this is amazing. After that, it was just playing every single weekend, up and down.
Very cool. That's really cool. Well, look, we do have a few questions to ask you. Some of them have come from the community. But firstly, you've told us how you got into airsoft, but
Yep.
How did you become a successful influencer in the airsoft world?
Okay. So I started the blog in November 2014. I'd started following Unicorn Leah, Airsoft Hasmin, Adela Relentless. They were sort of all the big female airsofters across the pond. And I had just had a car accident and lost my job. So I was on the internet all the time, just watching videos and like reading blogs and stuff. But then I realised there was nothing really for women. There was no information for women out there apart from the videos that Leah, Adela and Hasmin were putting out. There was nothing on this side of the water. So I thought, well, if there's nothing there, maybe I should create it. But I was a complete noob. I mean, I started with very, very limited kit and an iPhone 4S. So you can imagine the picture quality was top notch. It was top notch. But I think the reason why I was so successful with it is because I started at a time where there wasn't many women in the sport. So I got noticed quite quickly. And with that, I also really put a lot of effort into it. I was playing every weekend. I went up and down the country to go to games, to meet new people. Company started sending me kit, and I was reviewing literally everything I could. And I think I was really relentless with it, because that's one of the most like important things. I think if you want to do something, you have to go full throttle. You can't just tiptoe around it otherwise.
I mean, it's obviously worked out for you. You've got over 11,000 followers on YouTube at the moment.
Yep. So I've got 11,000 subscribers on YouTube, and then 77.9 thousand on Instagram. So Instagram is my biggest social media following, but the blog is my main sort of thing, and that's got over 1.5 million views with like 20,000 readers a month, thereabouts. It fluctuates sometimes.
So, what is your favorite airsoft gun and why?
Okay, so my favorite airsoft gun has changed a lot over the last few years. It depends on like what it looks like, or if it's what its power was. I used to go for like aesthetics. If it was pink, that was my jam. That was my favorite gun. But I got a gun in 2018, the Crytek Mark II CRB, and a company I work with, Land Warrior Airsoft in Scotland, upgraded it, and it's now a spicy boy, and that is my favorite. It's now my favorite gun. It's got a Titan gate in it. Shoots 55 rounds a second. It's a bit naughty, a bit spicy,
A little bit fast.
a little bit fast. I like walking up next to people when I'm in a game and like just slap it on photo and just going Bert, and they're just like, "What is that?" And I'm like, "This is called take your hits."
This is one of the main questions I think a lot of the boys have asked. Do you find that playing airsoft as a female presents any challenges?
I think it did when I first started, and there are still a couple of challenges now. When I first started, people didn't want to take me seriously. That was the main thing. Oh, this little blonde girl's just walking in, thinking she owns the place, shooting everybody. I think that was quite intense. I had this really intense desire to prove myself, because everyone just thought, what's she gonna do? She's the size of a child, sort of thing. That was like what firstly came up for me. After that, it was, I didn't realise how mad men on the internet get. I didn't realise that at all. I was just like, everyone can take it. I can take banter. Apparently, these men can't. And it has been quite difficult dealing with people that are really quite mean on the internet. My whole philosophy in life is work on yourself and like stay in your lane and keep pushing, keep doing your thing. But there are people on the internet that are just so consumed with other people's lives, people they don't know. So there has been, do you know what? It's like, you can split into two things. There's on the field, there's no issues at all. If people don't take their hits because you're a girl, you just shoot them a few more times and they'll take it. Aim for a soft bit, like the sides, arse cheeks, anything like that. But online, it's like a completely different matter, because everyone's got an opinion, and everyone believes their opinion is needed to be heard. But I tend to roast them quite harshly. So Brits have got a very savage sense of humour.
That's something we'll share in common, I think.
I don't know why they bother, but no, on the field, not many issues with that. Apart from sometimes finding like tactical kit to fit. That's only like physical, like on the field problem I would find. But online, it's just men just seem to be super mad about the fact that a girl can also play airsoft.
Yeah.
You'd think so. It's that there are like most dudes are like proper chill, proper fine, always like, oh my god, like I don't want to get on the wrong side of you. But there's some that are like, I've been doing milsim for 25 years, I've got the best kit, look at me, I can do this better. I'm like, all right, I still shot you though.
You still have to take your hit.
You still have to take your hit.
Well, look, another question for you. What is it that you like most about skirmish sports?
So my favourite thing about skirmish sports in the general is the community. Like, I think you can meet some absolutely fantastic people. Some of my best friends are my airsoft team that I met in a group chat like 6 years ago. And I've had some really good times with them. I've travelled the world to meet people. Like, I travelled 13 hours across the globe to meet Jet and Leah.
That's Desert Fox Airsoft.
Yeah. Unicorn Leah and Jet Desert Fox. Yeah, so met them, traveled the States with them. That's been really cool. It's very much a tight-knit community, and everyone loves to, invite you to their houses, invite you to their airsoft fields. So I think it's nice how you can connect with so many people across different continents. That's my favourite.
That's very cool. Well, look, we've got a few questions here from the community in Australia. First one is probably more of a statement than a question. This is from Caden Liu. I think that's how you say it. He just wanted us to pass on to you that you are an angel.
I appreciate that, Caden, but he has not met me in person. He's not played an airsoft game against me. The opinion could change.
I'm sure he'd like to, though.
But no, that's really appreciated. Thank you, Caden.
Another question we have is from Donna Davin. Funnily enough, my mother. What is your favourite game format?
My favourite
game format.
I love playing attack and defend, like a fallback game. So where you have to just dig in and then just defend until you can't defend anymore, and then you move back and back and back. I actually prefer defending over attacking. I just feel like it's very chill. Like I can just sit behind a barricade and just have a sit down for 5 minutes.
One hand on the pistol grip.
Yeah, just chill soft. I'm about the chill soft.
We're going to have to steal that now, I think.
That seems like a good idea.
Just stay there. I think attacking is just I get out of breath because it's just running backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. With defense, you can just take a seat and just wait for them to come to you.
Yeah.
I love it.
Beautiful moment in the game.
We've got another one from Zombie, our slots up top. What is your most memorable moment on the field?
So I played a milsim in March 2018 called Operation Breakpoint, which is run by one of my local sites. And my entire character's aim in that game was just get captured and give up the intel. And after defending this building for like 40 minutes and all the NATO were like dead around the building, I went outside and I was like, guys, like, do you want me just to get captured or can I drive off? Like, what do you want me to do? And they were like, no, you need to be captured. And I was like, all right, sound. Then I got chucked into this van by one of the players, but he didn't search me. Basically, the rule was if you might have seen this video. Yeah, you may have seen it. The rule was if you got captured, you were instantly revived. But they had to search you and be like, that's out of play, this is out of play, like you can't use that. And this guy just shoved me in the back of this van with all my weapons, all my pyro. And he got in the front and I was just like, well, it's game time, lads. Pulled out the gun, shot the driver, and he was like, what's that about? And I'm like, you're dead, mate, see you later. He jumps out. They all start attacking the car and people are opening it. I'm shooting them, throwing pyro out, just leaning. It was, it did cause me a lot of hassle because the men in the video were just kind of like, I can't believe this, you were cheating. I wasn't cheating. I was just playing the game as the game was written. But I was sat in there with no face throw on, just like, I think you may have seen me holding my mouth, just like, oh no. It was terrifying, but it was so worth it to see the look on their faces when they realised what was going on.
Well, you shot, I think. And as soon as he was shot, you could see him stick his hand in the air and he sort of looked really upset and just walked off. I think it was to the right. And yeah, really funny.
It was a great moment.
So we also have a Discord channel and there's a lot of people on Discord that communicate with us. And we've had a couple of people there. So the first one is from Trace114 who asked, what is your opinion on the fact airsofters basically use electric high cap mags? Now, before you answer, I'm going to try and translate that. I think what he's getting at is in reference to the difference between AEGs and HPA.
Yeah. So why do you find a lot of people use AEGs over HPA?
If that's even the case.
when I heard the question, my opinion, what I thought it meant was, do they use like is the magazine actually electric? There's only a couple of magazines that are electric in airsoft, and it's the box mags, which are super fun. If you slap it on an SMG, you've still slapped a box mag on an SMG, but it is funny. It is hilarious. I think the reason why a lot of people over here choose AEGs over sort of HPA or gas doesn't work great in British weather. It's either too cold or too hot. So there's some people do use it. I would knock it on the chin. HPA, I just think it's a big faff, which I'll explain myself. You've still got a battery in the gun anyway, and then you've got this tank on your back. There's a line. There's a lot of things going on. With an AEG, it's just you get a battery, slap it in, slap that buttstock on, then you can go. And then there's not as much to go wrong, in my opinion. That is why I would say a lot of the community use AEGs. In regards to high caps, I don't particularly like using them because when you're running around, they shake, and the BBs are they sound like a maraca. And where I'm from, we call them a tactical bitch maraca because you just run around, they're just shaking and shaking and shaking. You can cut that word. But yeah, that's what I would say about it. The reason I would use an AEG over anything else is because it's just easy. It's not affected by cold weather, because when it's cold here, we have to put gas mags down t-shirts, on radiators, just to get them to work. And HPA, I'm terribly clumsy. If there's something, I will hurt myself on it. And if I fell on my back and fell onto an HPA tank, I'd be rather upset with myself.
All right, so moving on to the next question. Another one from Discord. This one is from Mike Holey. Do you see gel ball as an actual viable sport, or do you laugh at the fact that it is not airsoft?
No, so I think it's a really viable sport, and considering it's what you guys can do over there, I think it's I think why not? I told you guys I saw that video of the Aussie lads shooting each other in the belly and the foot, and I was just kind of like, oh my goodness, ooh, that looks spicy. But obviously, I assume that you guys don't play it like that because that'd be.
Well, it depends on the field you go to. We've had some interesting games right here, actually, haven't we?
If you get me and my partner together, we will shoot each other like that.
On the team, and really good. Always try to get them competing against each other.
Yeah, that's cool.
Usually,
friendly rivalry. I would actually like to play gel ball though. I would actually like to play it to see what the difference is and see how everything works.
You have to come over to Australia when everything subsides. And,
when the Rona's gone.
Hosted by the team.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, Rona will be gone, and then you can settle with a Rona after the game.
Yeah.
All right. Are you able to tell us anything that you know about gel ball?
So I know the guns are pretty similar to what we have here, and it's tiny pellets that are around the same size, and they're filled with gel.
Pretty much it.
That's what I know. Yeah. That's what I know. Yeah. I think it does look really fun, but I'm not sure about the pain. Would it hurt as much as airsoft, or would it hurt less? Because I know paintball sucks. It hurts so much. Anyone who plays that, you have my absolute respect. It's not for me. So I don't know. Does it hurt as much? Does it hurt less? Does the goo stick to you? Does it stick to you?
It just breaks and disappears.
Oh, okay.
That's
interesting.
Definitely not like ball as far as pain goes, and I'd even say airsoft is probably just a little bit more painful. It leaves a really lasting sting when you play airsoft, whereas gel ball, as much sometimes you get bruising.
I do because I just got crappy skin, though. I think it's an initial thing, and then if you're not me, it goes away.
Yeah, okay.
Just going to jump onto YouTube.
I think the one you're referring to is Defend the Barracks. I think it's Defend the Barracks. That was a really cool game day, and there was there was some problems with that video because everyone was like, "You were dead at that grenade," and I was like, "No, I wasn't. Stop crying." It was the man that threw the grenade that said that I was killed by the grenade as well. Of course, it was.
Okay, so talk us through this.
Okay, so this is at the Barracks in Borden. It's an old CQB site. It's not there anymore. This was their very, very last game day, and we were all like, we need to play it. And it's an old military barracks. So the entire site is like this, lots of corridors, a lot of broken windows. And I'm here with two of my teammates, Phil Jr. and Toby. And essentially, I was squatting the entire time, just waiting for people to come through us. So you know how I said my favourite sort of gameplay is attack and defend? Yeah. This is us defending like one portion of that barrack. I didn't realise I'd left so much space in this bit. Oh, there we go. That man with his face. Oh, I did shoot. I don't try and go for the face, I will say that. But
that's good.
F the face. This was also when it was like 2017, so I was only a couple of years in playing. I wasn't quite confident with reloading while I was in a combat situation, so I just like to pop out. But all the boys like, yeah, go on then if you want, Kel. Go on.
It's cool that you do go into another room to actually do it though and let your mates jump in.
Yeah. Jump in, boys. In the face. I haven't watched this video in so long, so I'm just like a hat in the face. But what was really good about this spot is you can see how the wall kind of comes inwards. Oh, like we could see them, but they couldn't see us because it was so dark in that hallway. Like you can see where the light stops, and it stops just around where we are. But there was a lot of people. That staircase there is the main staircase into this part of the building, and there was like 50 aside. So it was dead spicy. Just see these boys walking back. This is also when I first used my is that my HK45? Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, I wasn't brave enough to go back out, I don't think. So that grenade there, the guy who threw that came back and he was like, "You were dead." So in some parts of the UK, we have a rule where if you see the flash, that's you dead. And in other parts, we have like if it goes off, but you're more than 5 meters away, it's not a kill. And obviously, you can see where that is and where I am inside that doorway. I was definitely more than 5 meters away. I got that man too, in with his cheeky torch, trying to blind me with his torch. It didn't work. That's our Toby. There you go, mate. Get in there. I think he gets shot in the head. Oh no. Ooh. Oh, there's a man. Oh no, he got shot in the bum though. Oh. He just walked in. Did you see that? He just walked in, just waltzed.
Wow.
Got him in the face.
Oh,
that man.
unlucky.
I think he actually did get me then. Yeah, he got me.
Nice. How did you feel after
But you
running
can
13?
amazing. But you can see how many people there were here. And I was still ready to take on the rest of them. That was a great video too.
Oh, that's outstanding. That is so cool.
That's the most, and that was one of the most kills I've ever got like on camera when I've recorded it, because I feel like I'm cursed. I've got all this cool camera equipment because I'm like, I'm gonna make these dope videos. Yeah, I've got like a zoom cam. I'm gonna zoom in on people's faces when they're like, ugh. But then my cameras either seem to not record, die, or my SD card is corrupted.
Oh no.
So the fact that I managed to record 13 kills, I was like, yes.
Love it.
But I did get told off afterwards because they're like, you don't need to shoot people in the face. Well, then don't present your face.
Yes.
The thing, there's a lot of people in the UK that are very anti-headshot, which is, I get it. Like, obviously, you shouldn't be just aiming for people's heads if there's the whole body, because the whole body is like easier to hit as well. But obviously, if it's just if all I can see is this part of your face, your grid's getting it. You can't sit there and be like, I'm not going to shoot you in the face because that's a little bit unkind. Wear a face mask, you'll be fine. Put a dye on, you won't feel it. You'll hear it.
I haven't come across anyone yet that's copped a face shot and hasn't actually called it. So they work. They're effective.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like if you want to get someone to take their hits, it's face shots or soft tissue.
Yeah, I found ribs is a good one too, actually. 'Cause that one
Yeah.
stings.
Anywhere around here.
Yep, juicy spots.
And this all leads into the next part.
Yeah. All right. Seeing as our industry is relatively new to the sport, do you have any advice for the gel ball community?
Aim for
I
soft
think
tissue.
you guys aim for soft tissue. I think you guys are doing a really, really good job. So I've seen a lot of good, positive things coming out of Australia, because I know you guys are still fighting to be able to play airsoft. And obviously, gel ball is your guys' answer to that. But I think the community there is doing a really good job of being super positive online. Like, one of the things that rides and grips my shit about airsofters, you can cancel that word too if you want to, is they're so negative on the internet. Like, cheater videos, I hate cheater videos because they just make airsofters look like ass hats. I really dislike when they're sharing pictures and going at it. I've not seen any of that out of the Australian community, which I think is really top notch. And like with TSI, Tactical Sports International, they've done a really good job of going over to New Zealand, taking what they've learned from the airsoft community over there and bringing it into the gel ball community where you guys are. I think it's overall, I think the community over there you guys have got is absolutely top notch, and I think it's just keep it up. And yeah, if someone doesn't take their hits, just aim for a soft bit,
Double tap.
soft bit, or a double tap, soft bit, bony bit, fingers, faces.
Yeah,
Bum
fingers
cheeks.
do hurt. Right in the
Bum cheeks.
knuckle.
Fingers. I just got my fingers tattooed, so when I go back to airsoft, I'm probably going to get shot in the finger and I'm probably going to hate my life. And then I'll be like, I told them Aussies to shoot people in the hands. Why?
Well, it was really good that you actually mentioned TSI because, like we were saying before we actually started recording this, for the viewers there, we were talking with Kelly about Iggy and Marty, the guys running TSI in Australia. Absolutely beautiful blokes. Marty and Iggy were both there at the very beginning for me in the sport anyway, and they're quite active, within the community. And Iggy is one of the nicest blokes you're ever going to meet. So really cool that
really
there is this connection already between you and Australia. That's awesome.
Yeah, I just want to go. I just want to get on that plane, and then the flight time is going to be a killer.
Yeah.
I did see there's now a flight that does London to Sydney in like 19 hours.
Wow.
Mind blowing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy to put myself forward for that, because I don't think I'd want to do 24 hours split between two planes.
Yeah, no.
We'll just go. But yeah, hopefully one day when the Rona's done, I'll get to come over and hopefully meet you guys and play some gel ball, not shoot myself in the foot with it.
That'd be very cool. But most importantly, what we would like to hear from you right now is your best attempt at an Australian accent.
Don't, because I'm a dickhead for this when I'm drunk, because I like to do it without accents, especially American accents, because there's so many different ones of them, and I do an Australian one.
So how you going?
Yeah, the most basic ones. G'day, mate.
Oh, g'day, mate. Let's put some shrimp on the barbie.
Yeah, that sounds good. What do you reckon? Yeah, 8 or 9 out of 10?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, if I offended anyone, I'm so sorry.
That's all good. No, the bands, everyone loves the bands in Australia. So that's good.
Yep.
But look, Kelly, once again, just want to thank you so much for your time. It's been an absolute pleasure to be able to do this with you, especially someone of your caliber in the airsoft world. Being involved in such a new industry in Australia is fantastic. So really appreciate your support, not just with us, but also, as we said before, with TSI. And, where, I suppose the next best thing we can pass on to everyone is, where can our community find you on social media?
Okay, so if you want to view my YouTube, so I've got some gameplay, and I do a lot of vlogs and like kit reviews. That's Femme Fatale Airsoft on YouTube. Instagram, Femme Fatale Airsoft. If you want to see pictures of my doggy, my general life, Duchess K. Louise is where you can find me. Facebook, Femme Fatale Airsoft, and then the blog is also femfataleairsoft.co.uk. But we have our own magazine, and that's called 6 Natural. If you search Femme Fatale Airsoft on Google, you will surely find me because I made it my mission to be everywhere. But thank you guys for having me. It's been fun to chat with you guys and connect to the Jumble community in Australia. And I look forward to hopefully playing with you guys soon.
Very, very cool. Thank you so much again, Kelly. And for the people watching out there, I'm Dan from Ausgel. That's all we have for you today. Remember, you can find Ausgel right here on Facebook and also on YouTube as Ausgel. We're also on Instagram at Ausgel Ammo.
And I'm Red. If you want to follow the Sloperators, you can search it on Facebook or go to @Sloperators on Instagram.
All right, and guys, next week we are going to be interviewing Mark from Red Wolf Airsoft. Now, make sure you send through any questions you'd like us to ask Mark. And we've also got some very entertaining questions to ask him, thanks to our friend here, Kelly, which we'll find out about during the video next week. Look forward to that one.
Mark, I'm sorry. Sorry, Mark.
All right, see you guys.
See ya.
Bye, guys.